time for all your binge-worthy pop culture news. Welcome to Up and Adam.
Good morning, everybody. Hello, and welcome back. Okay, guys, so today's Monday, and obviously we're starting off a brand new year in a brand new way. Normally I'm sitting down, and I wanted to do something different because, well, I'm a morning person. I actually wake up, and I don't know if any of you guys are like me in this capacity. I wake up, and I have so much energy and so much anxiety, and I just have to go, go, go. Actually, sometimes Jason wants to kick me out of the room for it because it's probably too much. And then I'm sure it doesn't help because every morning, the way I kick off my day, and this is actually a great question for you guys in the live chat. How do you start off your day? Because for me, I feel like I'm one of those people maybe with an addicted personality, and I'm so addicted to espressos. So like this morning, I started off my day with 4 shots of espressos, but I have some complaints and a rant, okay? I'm gonna talk about Starbucks, and also I wanna sprinkle a little bit of some stories from what's going on in Jason and I's life on top of the Bravo scandals that are going on, well, in their world, okay? So in the live chat, again, go ahead, comment below. How do you guys wake up? Is it with coffee? Is it with tea? Is it with the screaming baby? Well, you let me know. I feel like I have coffee and a screaming baby. All right, guys, this is a subscribers only live chat. Welcome to Wake Up and Adam, our new morning show. We're going to be doing Monday through Friday at 9:30 a.m. Eastern. If you're not subscribed, get subscribed. Don't forget to smash that like button. We have already 100 people in the room in less than 3 minutes. You guys are the best. Okay, let me see what you guys are saying in the live chat. My medication and toast with a Milo. Okay, all right. With coffee, I like that. Coffee. Okay. All right, we're doing the damn thing. Jason, it looks like Jason's in the other room watching. I wake up with Adam running around the house, and it gives me anxiety. Oh, cute. Okay, guys, so I have a rant for you. Before we get started, because we're going to talk about relationships today, that's kind of the theme of today's Wake Up. Now, relationships. They're obviously, 1, difficult, 2, a pain in the ass, 3, just exhausting. Like, I feel like relationships, it's like the best analogy I could give is, you know, when you see those side-by-side photos of like the presidents when they start their term, and then 4 years later, they're like all gray hair and they just look like they've been through some shit. I feel like that's what a relationship does to you. Now, again, on theme for today, because we're talking about Porsha, we're talking about Luann Lesseps and her dog of a former husband who just got engaged on their anniversary. Yeah, Tom DiAgostino, we're putting your ass on blast. And we're also talking about Andy Cohen in a special kind of relationship. But I'm just thinking in my head, it's so crazy because I never realized everyone's relationships are different. Now, Jason is the kind of person, and I give him a lot of shit on here. Even on my channel, when we collab together last night, I even got comments where people are like, Adam, leave Jason alone. Yeah, I understand. You want me to leave him alone, but I didn't choose a partner in life to just leave them alone. I chose somebody so I could torture them. So it's like I have this person in my life that sticks with me. Now I know, okay, well, you're tied to me forever. And I have my own kind of personal punching bag. So it's great. I'm kidding, guys. Relax. But Jason is a ride or die. And I have to say this. Anything that happens in my life, if someone ever comes for me or tries to attack me in any capacity, Jason could be the most pissed off, but guess what? He's going to be right there by my side. For example, last night we were talking about this little situation that happened at a restaurant. This is the way we kicked off our New Year's. All right, so New Year's Eve, I'm not going to lie, I'm not a night person, you guys know, especially because I'm doing a morning show. I fall asleep at like 9 or 10 every night. And when Jason does his anchor watch, it is so hard for me to just maintain, stay up, stay awake, but I do it. I probably have too much coffee in order to do it, but I do it. And, you know, I was sitting there last night talking about this situation that happened. So getting back to it, New Year's, I fell asleep early, and Jason and I woke up on New Year's Day, and we decided, let's go to a restaurant and let's get something hearty. Obviously, we drank the night before. Who doesn't on New Year's Eve? So that's exactly what we did. We went to one of our favorite Italian restaurants with this poor bartender who, God, the guy is just out of it. The guy's like, he's not here. So we asked the bartender, you know, can I get a chicken parm? He's like, hey, bro, you want a Manhattan? I'm like, no, I don't want a Manhattan at 1:30 in the afternoon, bro, but I'll take a water. And then Jason said, can I get the chicken Milanese? Well, here comes our entrees, and this chicken Milanese has this big ass bone in it. And I said to Jason, did you get the lamb chop? He said, no, it's a chicken. I said, I don't know what kind of chicken. This is some either corn-fed shit. I don't know what that is, but that chicken does not look like a chicken. Fast forward, he ends up eating the whole chicken. The chicken was supposed to be $16 on the menu. We get the bill as we finally decide to go, and both entrees cost us $80. Now, we ordered two $16 entrees. So we tell the guy, and we ask him, hey, can you fix the check? And he's like, hold on. And he goes over to the manager to fix the check. Okay. Well, you could tell the manager's annoyed with him, almost like he's done this before. And to be fair, he's picked up our order multiple times, but he's always so nice. So with Jason and I coming from the industry and hospitality, I always try to just like throw a bone. All right. Well, he comes over and he's like, guys, listen, Adam, you had the chicken parm and that was the dinner portion. I was like, okay, I didn't order the dinner portion. It's 1:30 in the afternoon. You gave me a lunch menu and it says $16. Why would I have a $40 chicken parm? And he goes, well, because you didn't tell me that you wanted the lunch portion. I'm like, why the f would I have to tell you that I want the lunch portion? It's a lunch menu. It makes no sense. So, okay, he's pretty much telling us that we're wrong for not telling him. And then he looks at Jason and said, by the way, you didn't have chicken. You had the veal. Jason said, I didn't order the veal. And he said, right, but you ate it. And Jason's like, I understand, but this isn't my mess up. You repeated to me 3 times chicken Milanese. Finally, the guy's like, whatever, bro. Storms off. And he's like, I thought you guys were cool. We're like, what the f is actually happening? We're not your friend, bro. So Jason says, I'm going to go talk to the manager to have him fix the check. The bartender goes nuts. Fast forward, this is our New Year's Day, how we're kicking it off. Jason goes and shares the check with the manager. The bartender tells us, fuck it. Why don't you guys go leave? You're not welcome here anymore. What? So he's pretty much letting us know, we did not get kicked out of the restaurant, but the bartender's telling us all of a sudden somebody died and left this fool the restaurant. So he's now telling us that we can't come back to a restaurant that we spend a lot of money at. I know that you guys always ask me about Pops. We celebrated Pop's birthday last year at this restaurant. I mean, it's an Italian restaurant. It's family owned. And my mom actually knows the owners. So I was like, okay, this is a miscommunication. And the guy's just like, fuck it. I'm pissed off. You know what? Obviously, you guys aren't as cool as I thought you were because you guys want the check change. So just go. And I was like, okay, this is how we're kicking off our New Year's. So to my point about relationships, Jason was not backing down. He's like, you're not going to talk to Adam that way. You're not going to talk to me that way. And I was like, get him, Jason, get him. Okay. Anyways, I want to know if you guys have a relationship story. I'm going to drop the link. And of course, we're going to get back into the Bravo stuff. Guys, we have over 200 people in the room in less than 10 minutes. Go ahead, smash that like button. And thank you for waking up with me. It's so weird to have my desk up high and I feel like I can utilize my space, like I can walk around and stuff. And I'm sure Jason's probably going to get onto me after this and be like, Adam, you weren't talking into the mic. There was an echo. I mean, you have no idea. You want to talk about my biggest critic? You guys think you ripped me apart in the comments? You have no idea. But Jason's is more productive. He's just like, that sucked. You can do better. Whereas you guys are like, you suck. Your teeth are bad. And you sound like an idiot. And I'm like, okay, there's nothing productive on the other end of that. So you don't have to share that with me. But if you guys have a relationship story or even a restaurant story, something that you can share within 60 seconds, because that's what we're doing for this new morning show. Everyone gets 60 seconds if you want to call in, then call in and share it with me. And I can't think of a better way to wake up than have a shitty restaurant experience story or a relationship story. And speaking of shitty restaurants and relationships, I have to jump into Luann de Lesseps. Hold on, 250 almost in the room. Let me go ahead and drop this link. Hold on. Jason's going to say, no, don't sing. I'm not going to sing, okay? All right. So, guys, I want to bring up this situation with Luann de Lesseps. All right. So, we know Luann de Lesseps was at one point married to Tom D'Agostino, known as the dog of New York, okay? This man, he goes around. He was at the Regency. He got caught by Bethany's friend cheating. And even on one of the episodes on Real Housewives of New York, there was this blonde woman who walked up to him and she's like, hey, are you really getting married? And he's like, shh, I'm mic'd. And she's like, oh, okay, I gotcha. And he's like, yeah, just we'll talk later. And you could tell at that point, you're a dog. So Fast forward, she ends up marrying this man in Palm Beach. Hey, Palm Beach, that's where we're at right now. And she marries this man. She ends up, finding out that he's a dog and cheating on her. She gets a divorce, and then Luann's whole life comes crumbling down. She got arrested for intoxication. She got out of handcuffs, got in trouble with the police, actually only to find out that that same police officer later now has been fired for wrongfully arresting a few different people. And I know Luann spoke out about that, but to be fair, Luann, I love you. I love the Countess. You're cabaret. You're doing the damn thing. But at the same time, you did break out of handcuffs and told a cop that you would kill them. So I don't know. The point is, Tom D'Agostino, when we thought that it couldn't get worse, I was thinking in my head, how much worse can it get? The man already cheated on you. You broke up. You're moving on with your life. But he's like, no, I'm not done. I have one more cue for you, Luann. And he did. And it was this moment right here. Tom D'Agostino proposed to his new fiance on the anniversary of their wedding. On New Year's Eve, he proposed to his new fiance. Now, how do you think, in his mind, that this went? This goes back to relationships in the sly shit. This is people playing games. I don't like games. I got to be honest with you. I hate games. And if I'm not good at them, I really hate them. But he ends up proposing to this woman, knowing that it's going to go out in the press, knowing that Luann's going to see it. And in his mind, and maybe you guys will have some clarity in the live chat. You guys can go ahead and comment below. Oh, I thought I dropped the call-in link. I'm dropping the call-in link right now. Yeah, Barbara. Oh no, what a creep he is. I agree. He's an asshole. Wow, what a slime ball. That's rough. Oh boy. Yes, all of the above. But I dropped the call-in link for you guys if you want to join. Again, 60 seconds. But when I was talking to Jason about this and I was going through this story, in my head, I'm sitting there trying to play out, how did this work for you? Did you know that were you being malicious? Or does it not even matter? That's a question I have for you guys in the live chat. Does it not matter because Luann has already dated other people and she's moved on? Or does it matter because that was still a special date that you guys shared and it's just the principle of the matter? To be fair with you guys, I ended up posting, it was a poll in my community tab that got over 4,000 votes. In the poll, I asked you guys, because Jason and I cover Real Housewives of Miami, maybe we should play a drinking game in the morning. How many times can I say Jason? We should all take a shot of espresso every time I say Jason. But when I'm sitting there, oh, how did I lose my train of mind? Oh, the poll. So in the poll, I asked you guys, what's worse, emotional cheating or physical cheating? Now, I would have thought it was physical because if I'm dating somebody or I'm engaged or married to somebody and they go out and sleep with somebody, I'm going to Lorena Bobbitt your ass, okay? You're going to catch me a charge. I'm coming for you. It's going to be a whole thing. But if you're emotionally cheating, like, oh, okay, you have a friend off to the side, that's like, oh, listen, like, I really respect you. I love you. I could see, we have a connection. We understand each other. That's fine. You want to go take them out for coffee? Go have your emotional connection. I don't give a shit. Just come back here, pay your half of the bills. We'll get on. It'll be great. I wasn't thinking an emotional connection would be worse. And you guys said in the poll, 60% voted, yes, it's worse. I didn't know that. D. Dot said both, period. Okay. Ebony Dick said, I'm taking a shot of something else. Taking a shot of something else? Ebony, it is 9:46 in the morning. I'm not judging. Go ahead. It's 5 o'clock somewhere. Emotional. Okay. And just goes to show you that Tom has no class. Oh my God. That is the perfect money can't buy you class. Well, he has the money, but no, he has no class. This is pathetic. At this point, you're being a little bit of a douche. And I don't even know if I can say that on here, but what I can say is there's almost 300 people in the room, less than 15 minutes in. Go ahead, smash that like button. I feel like, can I say something really quick before we move on? One, I have so much energy from the espressos. And two, it is so weird for me to have this space and be able to utilize it and be able to just kind of do whatever I want to do. I don't know if I'm like addicted to it or if I want to be back in my stool, my crickety little stool that I still haven't gotten rid of. Yeah. Maybe. I don't know. But also I feel like this gives me an opportunity to utilize the space. I guess a good analogy would be like when I utilize my thumbnail. Okay. And I fill up the whole space. All right. Let's move on because I can't talk about Luann de Lesseps too much. I wanted to see, though, I think I had a photo of the ring. Guys, if you remember, wow, look at that. Blue sapphire, the diamonds on the side. This is Tom D'Agostino's new fiance's ring. Okay. This is her. She's pretty. She's cute. Nothing against her. We just don't like him. And her new ring. I never thought that people, well, I guess maybe because I've never proposed to a woman. I mean, there's a first for everything. Maybe that time will come. I've never proposed to a woman, but I always thought you go with diamonds, right? Just like a big regular diamond, or maybe it's not big. It depends on what you can afford. But for Tom, he has a style about him. He goes with precious gemstones. If you guys remember, I think it's a gemstone. Luann de Lesseps got the yellow canary diamond. Is it a diamond or a gemstone? And then this new woman has a blue sapphire. Is that a normal thing for an engagement? Or do you just get the diamonds? I mean, would a precious gemstone ring be more expensive than a diamond ring? I have questions. Jeannie said, nice ring. Okay. Pudo Pom Pom, sorry. Sorry, I'm looking down at this. Jason is going to be mad that you blocked your sign on the wall. No, Jason gets mad at me for everything, and he was the one who set this up. But he loves me. That's why he set it up. So he's not going to be mad. And then also, I wanted to bring this one up. Where are you? Diamonds were not engagement rings until an ad campaign in the 20s. That sapphire is light. It's ugly. What crack are you on? Oh, maybe this is for them and not me. It's called espresso, and I'm awake. And we have almost 350 people in the room. So again, smash that like button. All right. Princess Diana had blue sapphire and diamonds. I didn't know that. Okay. And Down with Jason said espresso. Thank you, Jason. I have a lot of energy, guys. That's why I thought a morning show would be great. I was talking to Jason about this. Take another shot. And he said, you know, it's crazy because the nighttime is my thing. Like when he does Anchor Watch, and his Anchor Watch is like blowing up now. Now he has so many special guests coming and he's doing the damn thing. At first, when he told me about it, I was like, oh, that's a cute idea for a show. But I didn't realize what it was going to grow into. And now he has so many exciting things coming out of it that, all right, I respect it. I respected it to begin with. I just didn't know that he was going to turn it into what it's turning into. But one thing that's so vastly different about us is Jason in the morning, he takes a minute to wake up. He wants to sit down. He wants to have his coffee. Don't talk to him. And he just wants to, you know, wake up in like a good morning. I can breathe. I want to start my day. And I wake up like the Energizer Bunny where somebody has just like wound the thing up my ass. And I'm like, like a machine gun. And I can't help it. So I'm sorry. If it's too much energy, I apologize. I can't believe we have almost 400 in the room. TS, I love your energy. Let's go. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Oh my God, I am the morning person too. This is my vibe. Hey, thank you guys. Walker 291952. Adam, I'm with you. Morning person. And then good for East Coasters. LOL. All right. Live morning, Adam, is so fun and full of energy. Thank you guys. You're perfect. No worries. All right. I'm going to go ahead and move on. Since I showed you guys the weirdo and his new engagement situation and the blue sapphire ring, I'm not going to bag on it or her, not this woman, because you know what? Maybe she thinks in her mind she found love. I'm just going based off of his shady antics. So I'm going to leave them alone. I want to go to another special relationship. One where I kind of wish I had a relationship like this, just like a best friend that you can mess shit up with. Like you go through life and you're like, you know, if I do something wrong, you're going to have my back. Or if I say something too much, you'll defend me. One thing about me is I have friends, right? And I have a handful of close friends, good friends, but there's nothing to me like family or my fiance. So even though I have the 3 F's, friends, family, and fiance, I don't give as much energy to my friends. And maybe that makes me a bad friend. But I grew up and I moved around so much that I never really cultivated those relationships. When I moved around, and this kind of sounds sad, and I'm not trying to somber the mood or anything, but woe is me. You know, when I moved around so much, I always knew when I would meet someone, okay, you know, nice to meet you, Nick. It's, you know, what do you have going on? What do you like? Whatever. let's hang out. I know that in 2 years, I'm going to end up moving again. So, let's not make it too much of a close BFF situation. And then I would just really focus on the relationships with my brothers and sisters. And Jason is the complete opposite. Jason has lifelong friends, best friends, and I really envy that. And there's another best friend duo that I love. Jason does not. Again, take a shot, I guess. This would be them. Guys, I don't know if you caught the New Year's Eve special, but it was Andy Cohen and Anderson Cooper, and Andy Cohen was on a tangent. Not only did he go on a rant, and they're dubbing it as a drunken rant on New Year's Eve, he goes on this rant and this tangent about Mayor Bill de Blasio, he who shall not be named, and also Ryan Seacrest. And Anderson said, please don't go on a rant. And he said, no, wait, hold on. I have something to say. Thank you, Mayor Bill de Blasio. Am I saying it right? Jason's going to kill me if I'm not saying it right. Thank you, Mayor Bill de Blasio, for giving us the shittiest term ever, and went on this whole thing. Anderson's like, Andy, stop it. And he's like, give me another shot. Okay, so fast forward, it kind of spirals a little bit, and we thought one rant, we're done. No, we're not done. There was another rant in the works, and it was this one. Andy Cohen had stuff to say about Ryan Seacrest. Now, we didn't know. I always thought, there was a different woman that he didn't like. I didn't know it was Ryan Seacrest. I thought he didn't like Kathy Griffin. Kathy Griffin before accused him of offering her the C word, the white powdery stuff, the same stuff that, well, it's illegal in all 50 states. I believe it's I can't say that word. The point is, Kathy Griffin said at one point she came to do Watch What Happens Live. When she did, Andy Cohen offered her the white powdery substance. He went back and said, this is completely false. I don't know why she's saying that, and it doesn't make sense. He said maybe she's bitter because she wanted to be the host of Watch What Happens Live, and that's not what happened. So I'm trying to play it in my mind. Kathy Griffin, are you bitter, girl? Or Andy Cohen, were you really offering her something? That's a good question, Andy. And then I'm reading the messages, the tweets, because the internet went wild after watching this New Year's Eve show, this production, if you will. And when the internet went on Andy, they were saying, Andy, it's called HDTV. We can see it in your nose. And I'm like, no. You can see it? I couldn't see it. I thought he was just drinking. I'm still, to this day, I'm going to chalk it up to, if you've ever seen, and you never will, oh my gosh, you never will. But if you guys ever catch me and I've had a few shots, I could get wild. So I was thinking maybe he's telling his truth. There's nothing more honest than a drunk person. They just tell their truth. And he's like, Ryan Seacrest, ABC, you guys suck. Mayor Bill de Blasio, you suck. That was his truth. Does that mean that he's necessarily on something other than alcohol? Did you catch it? Guys, go ahead. Again, comment in the live chat. What do you think that substance was? I'm curious. I agree with Andy. I'm over Ryan. One thing about Ebony Dix is she says it like it is. So if she says that, okay. Up and Adam, what do you think about him saying he was overserved? Isn't that blaming his bartender or waitress? Actually, no. I think that by him saying he was overserved was his way of immediately addressing the situation and just saying, oh shit, maybe I shouldn't have gone that far last night, but I did. I was a little overserved. I think it was his way of handling the situation and, trying to put a grenade out before the grenade ends up like blowing up in his face. And actually, there was a little bit of slight shade, and let me see if I can bring it up here. Twitter. Hold on. This is my favorite. I gotta bring it up real quick. Okay. Oh, it's not gonna let me bring it up. That's fine. Candace Diller Bassett, actually, she probably wouldn't want me to bring up her Twitter on my page anyways, because Candace is not a big Adam fan. Maybe she'd be a big Wake Up and Adam fan. I don't know. But she went on and said, hold on, Andy, would you say that you were a bit of a disaster? Because he told her at the reunion, you're a bit of a disaster on Twitter. And for once, this was like one of the funniest times, one of the moments that I got from Candace where I was like, that shade was well warranted. Yeah, Andy Cohen, would you say you were a bit of a disaster? Even though the premise of this whole thing is relationships and Anderson Cooper still has his back. That's what I'm saying. It's a special kind of relationship and a relationship that I would want. Guys, 420 people in the room. We have a caller. I'm going to do 60 seconds. What are we going for? If it's relationships, if it's an Andy Cohen situation, a Luann Lesseps, or even just a personal story in a restaurant where somebody picked up your check and kicked you out and said, get the f out. I want to know. I can't even believe I let somebody tell me to get the f out. Okay, let's welcome Philly Diva. Hold on. Jason's working on my countdown, so I'm going to do it on my phone, and I'm going to let the countdown begin. Starting after I say hello to Philly Diva.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I'll join you in your coffee. Well, your espresso, but no.
I mean, can you tell, honestly, I feel really bad now that I'm standing here and I'm doing this and I'm pacing back and forth and utilizing my space. I'm like, wow, I really am annoying in the morning. I'm sorry, Jason.
Yeah, I mean, just know it's a yin and a yang. He's the yin to your yang. He has to be calm so you can be hyper. So.
Well, you just said yeah, so you're saying, yeah, I agree, you're annoying.
I mean, I didn't say I didn't love you, though.
I mean, that's fair.
Like, we all have annoying traits. Like, that's what, like, okay, so clearly I'm talking about relationships. Like, that's what kind of makes us attracted to another person. Like, the things that we may not see in in ourselves, we see and find attractive in someone else. So
it's a balance.
It's absolutely, it has to be a balance, you know. But in certain places, you have to be equally yoked. So you guys may not have that same energy level on doing things, but professionally, you guys are equally yoked because you both are ambitious in what you want to do. So your personalities don't need to be the same.
That would be boring.
That would be so boring. Oh my God. Like, and it would be super annoying if both of you were on 10 all the time. Like,
I mean, there can only be one of me.
There only needs to be one of you.
Oh, thank you. Philly Diva, that is the nicest thing you've said to me. Thank you.
You're both, and I mean that. There only needs to be one of you. You're awesome just the way you are because you have such a bubbly, unique personality. So hone in on that and lean into that. But that's not Jason. Like, Jason is more cool. Like, Jason, I'd like to have a drink and a cigar with. You know,
I mean,
like,
I'm pretty freaking cool.
Not saying you're cool. He's chill. Like,
Chill.
those are two different things.
Yes.
So
no, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
Yeah, like so the two of you balance each other in that way, but at the same time, you both are ambitious and driven in your careers. So
Right.
he is going to push you to lean into what drives you and what you do well, but also reminding you, as he always says, take a break.
No, I will not.
You will.
I don't know how.
When your body will let you know.
I listen, even when I come on here and I've told you guys a million times, guys, I'm not feeling good today. I don't stop. I can't stop.
No, see, here's the thing. There's a body, your body will tell you. And your body, you're not listening. Your body is telling you you're tired. And your body is telling you you need a break. When your body shuts down, because I've had that happen, you will know. Like, when you just cannot get out of bed because your body said rest, drink water and rest, ginger, and like, you'll know. So he is trying to help you because he loves you and he sees you behind the scenes. So every now and then, maybe just listen. It may not have to be 4 videos. Let it be 3. So
you're telling me to sit back and be submissive to my partner and listen to them and tone down who I am on the inside.
I'm not telling you to tone down
I'm
on the inside,
kidding.
but everything else, but everything else, yes, I am. Everything else you just said, I absolutely am. Because if you trust Jason in your relationship, you should trust him to be submissive.
Okay.
And likewise, like, you know, because I'm sure there are things that you want from him. I know he's young, and these are all lessons, you know. These are all things you will learn And partly because, Jason is older. Oh, that is because I am, I'll be 43 on Wednesday, and, I have lived and I have made mistakes and I have let good ones go and I have let bad ones stay, and I have, put my family first ahead of relationships. So I have lived, and I am speaking out of love and experience. So I know I've gone over my 60 seconds.
No, it's okay. You've only done 60 seconds 4 times. It's only 3 minutes and 49 seconds. You're fine. No, Philly Diva, seriously, thank you so much for even calling in and joining the chat. I understand, today I do want to say this for everybody who's watching right now. And guys, 420 in the room, go ahead, smash that like button. I was so excited going to bed last night to wake up and do this, because it's not something that other YouTubers are really doing right now. We always see late afternoon shows, we see night shows, and I can't hang with the best of them, but I can wake up and that's where all of my energy is. So I was excited, and maybe sometimes I get a little too excited to a fault, but I'm never, this has been me for 28 years. I have to simmer it down. Maybe it's the espresso. I don't know. But Philly Diva, I still love you, and thank you for calling in. And hopefully you'll join us tonight for today's hot takes on Down with Jason at 6 p.m.
I'll be there. I don't know if I'll be on camera because, we got school tomorrow. So, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. All right. Well, then hopefully we see you soon.
Yes.
Thanks, Philly Diva. Have a great day.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. All right, guys. So with that, again, don't forget to smash the like button. I dropped the link, and I'm curious. I wanted to go on to another subject, but I do have another caller. Jean Walsum, thank you so much for the super chat. I'm loving this, Adam. Thank you for doing morning shows. Do you, Up and Adam, we love you for who you are. It was a whole northern vibe. Okay, I don't know what that means. And love the Adam morning show. Did he try some celery cleanse drinks in 30 days? I don't know what that means. All right, so we're going to restart our 60 seconds because we have, Krista Marie Miller in the chat, and she has her new background. I'm excited. She's been messaging us, and it's just been crazy over here. Oh, Krista Marie Miller just dropped out. All right, so we'll bring her back if she comes back, and I'll drop the link for you guys. Again, I can't believe we're already 32 minutes into this. All right, so another relationship kind of dynamic that I want to talk about, since we talked about the best friends and the exes, we talked about how Tom DiAgostino is still being shady as hell the way that he proposed on his wedding anniversary. We talked about Anderson Cooper sticking up for Andy even when maybe he shouldn't have. And now I want to talk about the dynamic between Porsha, Simon, and Dennis. Now, guys, we'll be covering this today it's 12:30. We'll be covering it at 12:30 p.m. Eastern on Tisa Tells with Layla Lynn and the Grace Report. We're going to be talking about Porsha's family matters and breaking it all down. But this is an example of a very toxic situation. I don't know which one you want to lean into, this toxic situation or this toxic situation, but there's a lot to say about it. The way that Porsha is trying to, first of all, I think there are two kinds of people in the world. I have a good friend named Taylor, and my friend Taylor is friends with all of his exes. Like I always see on Instagram where he's like, look who came to town, or I'm going out to lunch, and he'll show a photo of his ex on the other side. Always maintains his relationships, and I commend him for it. Because for me, if I had an ex, like God forbid something didn't work out with Jason and I would probably be like, I'm moving on. I don't want to see you. I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to be reminded of you. But maybe that's the difference with someone who is more mature. Like, well, actually, Taylor's not more mature than me. He plays Pokemon. I don't know. Maybe he's more emotionally mature. I actually don't know. But I couldn't stay friends with my ex. Now, for Porsha, I understand that she has to co-parent with Dennis, but this whole dynamic feels off. If you guys watched last night's episode, which again, we'll dive into further later at 12:30, then you would have seen that something is off here. Something's off to the point where Porsha's assistants, the people who work for her, are even calling Dennis out saying, something seems like it's not right. It looks like you still have love for Porsha. And then by the end of the episode, we see Dennis go around Simon Gobadia and grab Porsha, and Porsha just do I need to, both hands? Like it was a lot. It was intense. And to be fair, I don't condone violence, but if Dennis is going to put his hands on Porsha like that, I mean, you asked for it. I don't know how far this is going to go, but it definitely damn sure is a toxic situation. And I had a question for the live chat. I swear I have a point. I always have a point. I just talk in circles. They made a statement last night on the show. Dennis made a statement to Porsha's sister saying, I don't even know if Simon looks at Porsha like not a celebrity. I think that he's just enthralled with the celebrity of it all. And I was in my head like, oh, maybe that's true. You know, because I did my interview with Fallon. Fallon explained that Simon really wanted to be on reality TV. He wants to be a public figure. And I was like, okay, there's your side, his side, the truth, right? But I still respected it. And listening to it now, watching the show, knowing what I know from our conversation, maybe he really does look at Porsha like she's a celebrity. Like it's nothing more than that. He's trying to get to know her. But at the end of the day, I'm with the celebrity. The celebrity portion comes first. The fiance portion comes second. And that was a question that I have for you guys. If you're watching Porsha's Family Matters, do you think that's the way that Simon is approaching this relationship? Like, look who I'm with. She's, you know, hot shit. I have Porsha Williams. She's on the Ricky Smiley morning show, even though she's not anymore. She is pampered by Porsha. She's got the hairline, and she's also on reality TV. Anywhere we go, everybody knows exactly who she is. Bam, I'm doing the damn thing. Is that taking precedent over actually caring about who Porsha is as a person? Because it might actually, in my opinion, maybe it is. Maybe it is. Maybe I agree. Flying Monkey Totes. Monkey Totes made some coins this week, sharing the wealth. Good luck with the AM show, Adam. Hey, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Porsha's, okay. Porsha's sheets look cheap AF. Good morning, Rosemary. Hold on. Simon is about Simon. He doesn't care for them to co-parent or telling her off. Okay. And I don't know, or I don't trust Simon no more than I could throw him. And I couldn't throw him very far, just saying. Thank you, Quentin. Tinsley's opinion said he's giving opportunist. See, I agree with that. It is coming off like an opportunist. We're going to roll the 60 seconds, whether it's about relationships, you have a restaurant story, whatever it is. I want to welcome Krista Marie Miller and her new background that she's been working her ass off on. Excuse my French. Krista's amazing. She's always been so supportive. And, you know, I always love when we get to have these conversations. I wish I could have a live, and I could. I have total control, right? But I wish I could have a live where we could just sit on and take callers and chat for forever. But then sometimes, you know, when I bring up certain callers like Krista, I know I can trust, but sometimes when I bring up callers and they're like, this, I'm like, wait a minute. I still have to get my interviews. NBC, PR, you don't know who's watching. But when Krista comes on and she's like, Jax Taylor's an asshole, and he blocked me, I'm like, oh, I can't argue with that. So with that, let's welcome one of the first people ever blocked by, well, what she calls, or who she calls, the asshole, Jax Taylor. Hi, Krista.
Hey, guys.
Good morning. I love your background.
Oh, thanks, guys. I mean, I'm working on it. It took me a while, but yeah, we will call him JAXFUCK. That is his name. Okay. That's what we went for him to. No, 60 seconds. Totally love your energy. Like, this is me. My husband hates me in the morning, but that was what I was going to say. Like, he is my Jason because he's the opposite of me. He's like the simplest man in the world. Like, you can't get more simple than him, and you can't get more complicated than me. But it works so well that, like, he balances me out. Like, I wouldn't even be here doing this without him. Like, without his support and him just, like, well, him having to hear these opinions. Imagine, like, him not knowing anything about reality TV and, like, and me just spouting off everything that we talk about, you know? So, like, having this platform is good for all of us. But, yeah, as far as relationships.
It's kind of therapeutic, too, honestly. Like,
exactly.
For me, for those of you who, you know, don't know how I started my channel, it was because Jason during the pandemic got so annoyed with me because I would sit there in the living room and play Screaming Housewives. And I'm like, oh my God, Jason, did you just see Bethany? She ripped Ramona a new one. And Jason's like, I don't care.
Yeah, like, oh. I know. And it's like, he's like, and he would just look at me and I'm like, I know you want me to stop talking right now. I know you just want me to stop, but
yeah,
this is like 4:45 in the morning. I get up with him before he goes to work. So, you know,
This is
so good. Like, I was thinking this morning too. I was like, it was 2:00 in the morning. I'm like, I know Adam's up doing the same thing I'm doing. Thinking like, I can't wait to get into the room. I can't wait to get to the studio. I'm thinking, what am I going to do? What am I going to look for? And it's like, here I'm sitting there like, oh my God, Adam's doing the same thing. And I guess you can see my husband going, put the phone down.
Listen, I wake up in the morning and, I check what's going on in pop culture. I see what the headlines are. And you can hear, I have this like, I don't think they're meant to be nightstands, but Jason took my nightstand away because I have a junk drawer and it's too much. So he's like, you're not having a drawer anymore. It's like these little tin tables that are supposed to look nice, but really they're not functional. And it sits next to my bed. When I grab my phone off of it, the cord rubs against the nightstand thing and you can hear it. And Jason will come up like the mummy out of a deep sleep. And he's like, no. I'm like, sorry.
I got the light. I like trying to dim the light down. I'm like, oh my God, I can dim the light down. I got to turn notification down all the way. And he'll wake up.
And I always get caught when I go on Instagram and then I accidentally, a video plays and it's somebody screaming. And, oh my gosh, that gets me in the worst trouble.
I was like, oops. Yeah, put it down. I know.
Sorry.
I was like, I can't wait. I just got to get up and get in there. I got to get in the studio. My studio.
Krista, Natalie McClendon, by the way, Natalie, thank you again so much for our gift for the New Year's. You're the best. She said, I'm going to subscribe. Krista, because you are working so hard on your new channel and you have this killer background, you're doing the damn thing. You look beautiful. I want to promote it. Where can we find you?
Okay. I would like officially say like I have officially launched the channel. I did put out 2 things last night. They're so horrible though. I have to work on editing. So I mean I'm just going to be here under the unpopular opinion with Krista Marie, and editing is just my problem at the moment, and thumbnails.
To be fair, when I first started, I was taking my videos and I was going on I believe it's called Fiverr. I was going on Fiverr and I was asking people to edit my videos and they were charging me like $20 a video. And that was my first couple videos. And then finally I thought about it and I was like, I can't keep paying for this. I have to teach myself.
Right.
And it became like after, watching YouTube and like these little tutorials, I taught myself super quick. And within like a week, I got into the groove of it. It's literally like Command V, Command B. It's two buttons that you have to do as you go through it. And then making sure it connects and it sounds okay. And editing the volume a little bit, but you'll definitely get it. And
I hope so.
I'm so excited for you.
I know. I'm really excited. Like I have all the ideas in my head and it's like I can see what I'm going. Where I want to do like a whose side are you on? Maybe trivia. I don't know, something like that. Maybe like lives. But I realize like my energy is when I'm interacting with other people. Like me just talking to myself. I was watching on camera. I'm like, I have no energy talking to myself. So I have to figure out a way to,
Yeah. Well, you'll get it.
We're getting there.
We all find our grooves, and as long as you stick with it, it's going to be amazing and successful. So,
and I really appreciate it.
Of course. Krista, I'm going to go ahead and start bringing up other callers. Hopefully you'll join us tonight for today's hot takes.
I'll be there.
And
don't worry.
We'll see you so very soon. Good morning.
All right. Good morning, guys. See you later.
Krista. All right, guys, we also have another caller, Ebony Dix, who's in the room. And if you don't know Ebony, well, listen, Ebony is what I like to call, she's kind of like, is it a kamikaze or is that a drink or is that a bomb? I don't know, but she comes in, she looks amazing when she does it. She drops a bomb in like 30 seconds and she's like, actually, I got to go. I just wanted to say that one thing. So if you haven't, smash that like button and let's welcome Ebony Dix. Good morning.
Yes, good morning. And I do love your lives in the morning. I do want to say this. I am pro Andy on this. I don't like Andy, but I thought he was so funny. He said, sayonara, suckers. That was so funny. I can't believe he was so serious. And his best friend was like, calm down. That's a best friend. Honestly, that is a best friend when they're like, calm down. Okay, just do your thing. Just do your thing. That's a best friend. And
that's
then he
like
supported
Anderson
him.
In my life. Yeah, he's like, Andy, don't go on a rant. Don't go on a rant. He's like, and if you saw hold on, I have the photo right here where Andy's like, no. like, I'm not done. And he was still going on. And he was like,
best friend. He's like, just chill. That's a best friend. And I do that with my best friends too, especially when she's had too many. I'm like, it's okay. We'll just talk about it we'll talk about it behind doors, and then I'll tell you what really happened. But I thought that was great. And I just thought that was funny. But Andy doesn't really have a point of why he doesn't like the mayor. He did this last year, that he didn't like the mayor either. He doesn't really have a point. And I just kind of heard some other blogs. I do some like political blogs, and they said that it's just because he's privileged that they don't. That's why he's taking away his privileges. They think that the mayor's taking away Andy's privileges of being, because he has wealth. But anyway, I don't know that.
Well, you know,
be specific
into politics. Like, it's always such an iffy thing because like you're never going to talk about politics in somebody who's in office and like walk through like you're walking through like a flower bed. Like, it's not going to be great because there will be somebody who's like, why do you feel like that? Well, give me some opinion or give me some facts. You don't have facts, then shut the hell up. Like, it gets like super intense. So religion, politics, I always get so nervous talking about.
Yeah.
That's
I
why
don't
I was dying when
you're going to talk more.
Too.
I got to get off here. One more. I'm getting nervous. So one more thing. But nobody was safe from Andy that night.
Nobody was safe.
No one was safe. He was like, and you. So nobody was safe. That's all I had to say. But anyway, thank you for having a great platform. I didn't want to stop you, but I just wanted to get off this.
No. Can I ask you one more question before you go?
Yes.
Do you think, I mean, you know, with Twitter and social media and the internet going in so hard on Andy, I know how I can be sometimes if I'm overserved. Do you think it was overserved just alcohol and that the internet is running wild with these silly allegations?
Yeah, they need something. Why not? They need something. There was nothing really that happened that night except for that happened that night. I think the internet, and they're just making this mountain out of a molehill. They needed something. And I just think that was a champagne mustache he had on his lip. That was like a milk mustache. It was champagne. It was milk. It wasn't anything other. It was no sugar boogers happening over there. I just think it was champagne.
And who normally has the C word on their lip? Like around like that? Okay.
Yeah, come on. I think they were reaching. And whoever was reaching for that, they were trying to hurt him. But yeah.
I agree.
Yeah. Bye.
I agree. Ebony, thank you so much.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye. All right. Happy New Year's to Ebony Dix and also Philly Diva and Krista Marie for calling in. Guys, this has been so much fun. Now, I have to say I'm getting a little bit of anxiety because when Philly Diva was in here, and sometimes I get in my feelings, but I'm not in my feelings about this. Like Philly Diva was like, you know, you're a lot and I am a lot and it's never going to stop. And I can't tone it down. It's like one of these things like, have you ever watched Bethany Frankel and she's just so much and she's like next level and you're like, shit, that's just her. She's a hurricane and a tornado and like the best and worst way possible. Except I don't have $100 million business. I would switch places with you, Bethany. I just don't want to get in trouble for having too much energy. I had caffeine and maybe I shouldn't have caffeine before. Guys, in the live chat, go ahead. I'm going to go based off of the first 10 responses and I'm going to weigh them out. Do you think before tomorrow's morning show, I should have my regular dosage of espresso? Or do you want to see me wake up with no coffee and come on and be like, hey guys, good morning. Let me wipe my eyes and make sure I'm okay, ready to go. Good morning, everyone. How are you? That. No, I'm starting off my day right. Thank you. You are fine. Stop apologizing. Yes, coffee. Yes, coffee. Yes, coffee. Wait, are you guys saying yes, coffee or no? Adam, be yourself and be too much. Regular espresso, espresso away. Coffee, do you, Adam? You do you. Espresso, please. Stay on the dark side with me. Yes, drink your espresso all the way. Oh, you guys, you're so supportive. All right, guys, 473 in the room. Before I end this off, let's see if we can hit 500. Keep smashing that like button. We're at 49 minutes in. I was trying to keep this to an hour, and I want to continue utilizing my space. So I can walk back and forth like this, and I feel really good about it. And I also have a lot on my plate. I was on the phone with my mom this morning. I'm going to go on one more rant before I get off here. I was on my phone with my mom, and I called her, and she always says, good morning. And my mom sends me a text message every day that says, love you. My mom's the best. But it's love you. Okay. Love you too, Mom. And then I call her because she's usually the only one who will answer my phone. And when I was talking to her, she said, what are you doing? I said, well, I just walked the dogs. I'm getting ready for my live, and I'm going to Starbucks to get, Jason and I some coffee. So I go to Starbucks. I ordered this coffee like 20 minutes in advance. And then I'm standing there, no coffee. And the people at Starbucks, because I've gone there so many times, they know who I am. Not like, do you know who I am? But I mean, I'm a familiar face because it's my local neighborhood, Starbucks. And the woman goes, "Hey, Adam, we have your coffee coming right out." I was like, "Okay, great." 9 minutes later, my mom's like, "Are you still waiting?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm still waiting." And, in the morning, the thing is like, I even have a coffee machine here in my building, but I have to get my energy out. I have to drive somewhere. I have to walk the dogs. I have to go for a walk, all before I even jump on here because I need to do something. I don't even know where I was going with this rant, but what I do know is I'm going to wrap this up. I'm going to wrap it up. No, we need caffeinated Adam. Thank you. Smash that like button. I agree. We have a lot coming up today. I can't wait to figure out what my topic is for tomorrow. But we have a lot coming up today. I want to know from you guys in the replay crew. Is that what you call it? We call it the replay crew. Replay crew. What do you guys want to see from our morning show? And do you still want me to continue on with like sprinkles of the little tidbits of the stories and then also have a main topic for the day? Like relationships was today. Maybe tomorrow is going to be like what you do when you catch your cheating spouse and how you get back. Or maybe that's a little bit too aggressive for the morning. I don't know. Like I'm on next level. I wake up in the morning, have my espresso, and if I'm not working, I watch Wives with Knives, which is probably, I'm surprised I'm not in a straitjacket at this point. But anyways, guys, we're going live today at 12:30 p.m. Eastern, and we're going to be going live on Tisa Tells with Layla Lynn and the Grace Report to talk about Portia's Family Matters. Now, not only are we doing that, but we're also going live at 2 p.m. with DJ Richie Sky to talk about Salt Lake City. And then, of course, we'll be back tonight at 6 p.m. to do today's hot takes, as long as there's enough hot takes. I'm hoping that there is, because at this point, last week, Jason and I were kind of MIA, and we chalked it up to the holidays, but there's no excuses now. We need to work, and we need to make sure that we're pumping this out, because if we don't, somebody else will. Guys, that's 53 minutes in the room. Go ahead, smash that like button. Happy Monday, happy New Year's, and thank you so much to all of you guys for waking up with me. I'm going to go walk out, get criticized, listen to what I did right and what I did wrong. Wish me luck. I love you guys. I'll see you so very soon, and don't forget to catch us on Down with Jason tonight at 6 p.m. Bye, guys. Love you. Oh, thank you to all of our super chats. I appreciate you. Thank you to our mods, and also thank you to our amazing callers. Krista, your background looks amazing. I can't wait to see you killing it, because that's exactly what you're going to do. And I promise you, anybody who's starting YouTube, I just want to say this real quick. Just know it doesn't happen overnight. Commit to it. Find your groove. Figure out the editing. There's nothing that you can't teach yourself on Google. Jason reminds me that every day. He's like, "Adam, you don't know how to do this? It's called YouTube and Google. Google it." And sometimes I'm shocked and I'm like, no, I was being lazy. I didn't know how to do it because I didn't take the time. But if you teach yourself, you can do anything. And Krista, I can't wait to see how successful you are on YouTube. I know you're going to kill it. So guys, make sure you go subscribe to her, and I'll see you guys at 12:30 on Tisa Tells. Bye guys. Love you. Bye.